I guess we're live. Yeah, what we're doing today is just play this in the background so you can hear what we're discussing what's going on. So basically, I've been doing some AI training with some drum and bass, mixed with some rock and roll stuff that I'm doing because I play instruments. Been doing audio engineering for over 30 years. Um, Decided to test the waters with doing some tricks with AI that I know people aren't trying to do, especially when you're a musician anyway. But basically, what I'm doing is mirroring, training it, um, ask it to do things with a prompt, and then I send it to come the results back. I do a lot of editing, put it back into it with the prompt, see what it does, bring it back to me, edit it, put it back in there. Just training it on my part end of the server, my account, and everything that been putting a lot of credits in to do it. I don't mind. It's a lot of fun. I'm getting some really cool results out of it. Especially, if you guys have been watching before, I like making drums, but I'm a musician, so therefore I lose my motivation and my muse when I'm sitting there trying to write drums and stuff. I got rad guitar riffs and stuff to write, and just flow and freestyle over some good drums, and I have to sit there and write drums. I'm exhausted, lost my muse. So been training AI to do it, so I can just throw riffs in there and upload it. Just been learning my riffs and stuff. So today, what we're going to be doing here, this is a riff song that I threw up in there, and AI actually did the guitar parts and the drums, so it did it really well. But what we're going to do today is for people that are doing some AI stuff, and this is a mirror of my track, and what is it doing is adding the drums to it. So the drums came out fantastic. I really love it. But we're going to go through the mastering, because when you do the download, whatever music AI you're using, if they have a different mastering settings and stuff like that, I like to do what I like to call the Dr. Dre effect, where I'll take 3 different masters, and this is what he does usually. And in the studio, sometimes he double stacks his instruments. What we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna take the masters. You can have you guys could try this too with your own projects. Have 3 different people master it. Maybe even 5 people, 5 or 10 masters, and pick 3 of the best. Pick a wide version and a mid version, and maybe a more of a mono type of version, but maybe high in the trebles. And then what I'm gonna do is you're just gonna DJ match them all together, just blend it, and just kind of level it out and make them sound nice, and you just get a nice 3D effect from all of the masters, and it comes out really great. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna show you what we're doing. So let's turn this one up. So this is gonna be a mashup of 3 AI masters, and then we're gonna make it into one. You can hear the difference here. So let's hear the first one, and then I'm going to show you some tricks I'm going to do with it, because I'm not only going to just leave it. I'm going to throw some, some limiter and stuff like that on top of it, so that'll help you out. Just listen to the beginning. Hear the difference. This one sounds a little cleaner, wider in the treble. This one's a little more mono in the treble, a little cleaner in the guitars, less cleaner. This one sounds dirtier in the guitars, and a lot of dirty on the grime, and the grime is stereo. See what's happening here? So a lot of people will just go, "Oh, it sounds good. Let me just release this mix." Or they'll go, "This sounds good. Release this mix." Sounds good. Release this one. Oh, let's do. We're gonna do all of them, and then we're gonna do some adjustments. What just happened? My board just disappeared. What the fuck? Hello. That's weird. I just lost my entire screen there. That's never happened. Did I push a command or something? That was weird. That's never just disappeared like that. It doesn't like me giving out secrets, do you? All right, so let me, you know what? Let me just name this song since the ghost in the machine wants to fuck with me right now. So we got what? Project file, or the right file we got here. Should have a name for that already. Call this Neurofunk Nightmare. There. So say that. Double check. Here, let's go to my settings. Make sure. Yeah. Just double checking where my files are being sent. Just like that. And okay, good. All right, we're all good. Fail safe. Fail safe mode. All right, so let's go back to here. So let's just go ahead and do this. I'm going to take the track and send to channel 1. Do this one, send it to channel 3 or 2. I'm sorry. This one to channel 3. Channel 3. All right, so that'll be in our mixer over here. So we're playing, so you're going to see 3 of them. And then the master over here. I'm going to use, instead of, usually I have like a mastering a stack of effects that I usually use, but I'm not going to do that this time. FL came out with a nice limiter program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little bit of transients on each one. Like this. And let's solo each one out so you can understand what I'm doing with the transits, hear what's happening. Because this is going to make a difference on the artifacts. And you can kind of like take them out. So like this one, like, so see how it was gritty? Just by making the release shorter. And usually when you have a transit, so I can make the notes longer, the sustain a little better. So I'm going to make it shorter, and that's going to like cut the grid out a little bit. It's also a trick you can do because you guys know about cancellation. A lot of times if this is a kind of mono sounding, you can kind of like mono the track out. Oops, that's panning it. Mono the track out, and you'll see like, now it's mono, it got a little clean in the gritty. Then you saw the stereo get, tell the stereo and the grittiness and the heights. So when I go mono, it'll cancel out just a little bit. So when we get to that point, I'll show you when we mix all 3 together. Some of them I'll do wide, some I'll do mono. And we'll get a nice 3D effect going on. So at least this one, let's go here. I don't like the gritty because we got highs in the other one. That is really nice. We're going to take these out. Completely like that. And they're going to do is I'm going to take that kick drum that's really thumpy. This will bring that kick drum out. But also bringing the gritty back. So be careful with that. Make sure I turn this up so you guys can hear it. Oof. I put it this way. It's oof, oof. Put it up here. Let's watch what happens. Let's make it like a little tighter. This would be a little on the bassy and go on the attack. Just attacking out the frequencies a little bit. I'll leave it about right there. So it didn't gritty it out, but at least the kick drum got a little tighter and not as muddy. So right there. So that's one thing we're gonna do there. And then always do a stage. Just kind of back up a little bit because I increased it here. Just kind of back up on it, gain stage a little bit. Kind of clean it, gain stage back down. That's fine. And then we'll get to the EQ later right there. So actually, listen to all three of them there. That's right, we got to mute it over there. That side. Alright, so you can see that was on number 2. Bring that down there. And let's go ahead and throw in our get our transits up and do the same thing. And you hear how it's gonna wait till the drums kick in. Listen to the kick drum on the highs. I like where the kick is right there. No, take the highs down. But not too much, you don't want to take them out. Just right before it gets gritty. What we used to do in the old school ways was like if I was doing this live, you could use a transit on the hi-hats. So you'd be like quiet the mix out. Just kind of like bring it down on the 1. 1 and 2 and 3. Kind of increase it. And 2 and 3, 4. Just kind of give it some transits and doing it live. And then sometimes do it on the snare like. That's when you're mixing a whole bunch of stuff together. That's when the drums are by themselves, not the entire mix. So that kind of helps when you're just doing it on just the drums. You can kind of, the entire mix stays the same when other instruments aren't dipping. You can do that and you kind of bring a little, when you don't have the drum rolls and everything in it, you kind of just have a loop just constantly. You don't want to be monotonous. You can affect with the transits on it and either animate the transits or do that live if you're doing a live show. But if you're in the mix and you only have a loop, put a transient there and animate the transients on like the 1 counts, 4. Do like the rows, like bring in the accents and stuff. Bring in the accents yourself. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go to number 2 or number 3. We're going with this one. And I'm gonna gain stage, go back up again. So we're not just starting with this up here. Starting to mirror where we were, so that's fine. Let's go ahead. So we got the number 1 mix. We're gonna do the same thing. Just transits on it. Go ahead and gain the stage down. And I like the highs and these are really crispy. I'm gonna leave them. Let's check this. We're gonna push the kick up. Right there is fine. Bring these down. We don't have a lot. See how high the cymbal is? Where it's gritty. There. And that's gonna sound good when we get them all together. And then what we're gonna do here, we're gonna come down about 1.5 dBs on each of them. Give us some headroom. And we're going to do a 32 float. And we're going to do Alright, so one more thing here. So that's that there. So you can hear each one what's happening. Let's hear them all together real quick. All right, cool. So this is where I'm going to put the new emphasis from FL as a new limiter. So I'm going to put that on each one. And let's solo these out real quick. So it's just that one. And since we already dipped these down, I'm going to take this and dip these up. So first of all, I like to go to the settings. So I'm going to go ahead and do heavy metal on each of these. Actually, this third one was a little harsh. I'm going to do harsh electronics. And then we're going to push the volume and then until we see it working. I'm going to go ahead and raise this back up right there, back to normal. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and lower it back down. Hold on, let me lower that so you get. And we're going to go here with our EQ on the master. We don't need it because I'm sorry, I don't need a plug-in. We just need to. We do it right here. Then just take out those highs a little bit. then we're going to back up because we went up 15 dBs. Then we're going to back down 15 dBs. Just as much as we went, we're going to go back down. Gang, let's keep the gang staged correctly. We're just going to make the thing work. So I'm going to mirror that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do our oversampling. I'm going to do it ×8. Make it nice and crispy there. I'll bring it back in the mix. And that should make it a lot cleaner just a little bit. Just for the parts that we need. So we're mixing these all together. We're going to do the same over here. Same over here. We're going to do the same thing. This one I'm going to do heavy metal and push it up into the mix. Still's working. I didn't come back down the same much as I went up. So I went up 9.8 dBs. So I'm gonna do it. Then the oversampling ×8. That'll level everything out right there. And it'll go ahead with our EQ on the highs again. Take about 75%. Because I like the highs on the third one. These are nice. So the ones we're just filling out the wide and the bass. And this one's going to cover the stereo and the highs. Let's go ahead and put the emphasis on this one. And this one I'm going to do pop heavy. I actually just do a louder. So transient shaping extreme. And just a kiss of it. And then come back down. Sampling 8. Yeah, just kind of rounded out the guitars a little bit there. And it gave us a nice ceiling. So now let's get these all together. Nice blend. kind of do like stereo or mono on some of them. You can tell the difference when it. Oops. Are you off? Oops. Hold on here. I'm going to do not all the way mono on this one, but just a little bit. It's covering the bass, just the bottom end more. Just going to leave it just fine, but I'm going to dump the volume a little bit. I'm going to widen this one about 25%. So this one in the center, and this one mono, and then all together. Yeah, that was good already. Take the harshness out of these. So we already got 3 songs going with treble, so we don't need all that treble. Just take it out. It'll be just fine. It'll get loud just by multiply. It'll be louder. So now it's not so harsh. And then we're gonna do again is we're gonna go on the master, and I'm gonna do a emphasis on that one as well. And we're gonna do a let's do a harsh electronics on the whole thing and do a 32 float, and then we're gonna come back in and do another master. We're gonna push it here. So that will be a level gang stage. Let's see, I got it at -9 right there. Squashing a little bit much, so I'm going to back it up. Then again, I'm going to do another 8. That's too much for my power. My CPU doesn't like that. CPU doesn't like what I'm doing right now. It's okay. Give it a second of break. Chill out. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and back these down just a little bit, each one on the transient guy. Give us some headroom. Now you see right here. Make this bigger so you can see it. Get out of the way. Right here you can see my meters. They're not so squashed. You know, it's got that nice play. Same right here. It's not so ceiling down. It's got like a little play going on. Drop it down just a little bit again. I'm gonna throw a transient on the whole thing. See a second. See what it does to the drums real quick. This is on the entire mix. Difference on and off. Okay, I'm gonna leave it off, and what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to cut down on the highs again. So we have on the highest cut off on 1, highest cut off on 2, highest cut off on the other one 3, highest cut off on the master. Just slowly sloping it down because we're stacking these masters on one. So now that's enough right there. Sounds good to me. It's a nice round sound. And then we're just going to 32 float out of here. And then we're going to bring it back in and do a ceiling. And we're done. That's it. That'll be fine. Just a quick little slamming 3 master mixes together. Or, yeah, it's not masters, but master mixes. So we get the mixes, and then we're stacking them, EQing them, panning them, or dipping them, monoing a little bit more, and stereo widening some of them, blending them together, and then making a nice 3D sound. So that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, it should be there. Then it's 32 float. Pre-master. This is a pre-master dash 32 float. This is just gonna make it really high quality. So when I do the limiter, just be nice. And then all the everything oversampling on 8. So we let that go. You can see that there. It's rendering right now. Where's my bowl? I need to smoke a bowl. Smoke some weed, man. While we wait. Wait, man. I shall be right back. Right back in 2 minutes. Alrighty. Don't you love it when you come back to your plate and the food is ready? Alright. So we're gonna come out of this and let's do a basic. Say save changes, yes. Do a basic versus limiter. We're gonna change the fruity limiter, replace it with the emphasis. I don't know why it does this every time. It puts it way down here, and then it doesn't even like detach. So it's like everything is in its way. So you bastards. All right, so we're gonna grab our 32 float. Pre-master. You don't have to, but I like to anyway. I just prefer it to make sure the time signature is in there. Even though you don't have to for this stage, but I believe in plugins like to work on time signature. So instead of leaving it where it was, we're at 80. I'm doing everything at the drum and bass Neurofunk speed. 80, 87 beats per minute, which is double time of 174. So, but we have 86.999. So, DJs might have to touch the wheel like one time. So, like when you're beat matching, no biggie. It's no biggie. It's off by like a fraction of a second. By the time you're ready to mix the next song, you're you're out of there by the time it starts fading out. Within that'll take you like 32 bars between that starts getting out of. Anyway, and then I'm gonna go ahead and master channel because I put that time signature thing on there. Let's delete it. We don't need it. Pull up CPU power. So we gotta delete that right there. And we don't need to save anything. So I'm just gonna do a quick floaty and listen to this. And I'm gonna go ahead and we're kind of doing metal a little bit, but I kind of feel the we're gonna do heavy pop. My screen doesn't like me. If you hear crackles, it's not in the mix. It's my CPU because I'm streaming. So let's go ahead and push this. Then once again, we're back up from how much we went in. So we're like minus 12. I'm moving things over so my CPU doesn't get angry. Alright, let's go ahead and taking about 20 hertz out of there, so it's not so muddy. And you see at the top that we got a loud play. Not trying to do the loud wars. I'm done with that. I like dynamics and breathing room. And plus there's cymbals in here. You don't want to be doing that with like live drums. I'm doing drum and bass with like real drum sounds. Usually drum and bass doesn't have cymbals. There's no crashes, accents, and anything. Changing the game. dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Not so bad. Teaching AI how to do metal drum and bass, copying me and mirroring me. It did its own guitars. That's not bad. Actually, it copied me, but it didn't do too bad for me to actually replace them. As for a test run, this is pretty not too bad. As for just to show you guys, pretty amazing here what I'm working on here. So I'm going to head and master this, and I'll release it anyway, because like I told you before, I'm releasing these so it can search the internet and look for itself for a mirror. It's going to look for me and look for us, and then it'll go, oh, I see what you did there. And I'll kind of see with the mastering that I did, because it's going to know the 3 versions, and it's not going to see it. It's going to see all 3 in one, and it's train a little better how the frequencies should go. Not be so gritty, not be so wide by itself, but you know, we took all 3 and put into 1, so it sounds nice. We did the Dr. Dre effect. We cheated. Not bad without doing stem separation, and usually that's what I would rather just take the drums and fuck with it. This is something for the stream, show you what you can do for those who are doing AI music like this, how to get it to sound better. I noticed one thing that they're doing, and a lot of producers need to learn this: tune your drums. AI is what they've done is, I'm so glad the engineers were really smart that the drums are tuned to every song. If you don't know how to tune your drums, like frequency sweeping, like you could take a snare or a kit, even though Deadmau5 says you can't tune a kit. We all know he was wrong. We called him out on that one. But you can just sweep it with the EQ sweeper. You know, peak it really sharp. You know, you go up to the top and raise it up, and you sound like that. So you just kind of hear with your ear. Hear the note of the song. That's the name of it. That's the root note. That's how you want to do your kick drum. Like, you want to have your kick drum turn like that. And same thing with your snare. And it makes your drums sing. You can even like pitch it to the 5th, like your snare could be like on the 5th, and your kick could be on the 1 chord, and the 5th note in the chord if you want it, or a 3rd. And actually, you can like turn all your instruments off, and your drums actually, you can hear the drums actually sing the song, just because they're in a key and like. You'd be like, oh, I can still hear the song without even instruments because you tuned your drums. But AI is doing that, and it's beating you producers, and you guys need to concentrate on that more, because that's why your beats aren't really sounding that great, because your ears know that your drums are out of key, even though they're so fast. Like, but if it's in the wrong key, even though it went so fast, it's that 1 second is killing your song. Even though the drums are tight and everything, you did a really quick jump, but if they're out of tune, your ears, it's so sharp your ears can't really tell that it's out of tune, but the frequency knows, and it fucks with it, and it's like fucking up the wave file that's flying through the air. Like, it's like like when you're trying to skateboard on a fucking park bench that has fucking rivets on it because they don't want you skating on it. You know, you got fucking problems. But you don't understand that there's problems. So that's why your beats aren't being crystal clear. That's why AI is almost winning, because they've done that. So just to tell your producers to beat AI, you guys can just start concentrating on tuning your drums to each song. Go back in your kits and make sure your kick, your if it's in a key of C, your kick drum better be in the key of C. Your snare better be in either the key of C or the third or the fifth of the scale. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we're out of here. Take that advice and work with it, please. I love you all, and bye-bye. Be doing this. Even though it's AI, it is I who is in control.